Hey guys, what's going on? Jeff here from Films at Home. Today's video, I've got some really cool 4K news to talk about, and then I also have some channel news, which unfortunately is not the best thing in the world. So stay tuned for both of those. Hey guys, so thanks for coming back to the channel. In today's video, we got some really good news from Sony Home Entertainment on 4K and some unfortunate news from some other providers that unfortunately is going to affect my channel here in the next couple of months. Now this will be a quick video, but if you are interested in 4K Blu-ray, physical media, home theater, collecting movies, any of that stuff, please subscribe to the channel. I'd really appreciate that. I do all kinds of 4K Blu-ray reviews and updates like this to keep you informed about news in the industry, and so I think it'd be a great channel for you, and there's tons of content to go back and watch. So make sure you're subscribed, have your notifications on, and hopefully you guys can like this video so you'll spread the word about this new 4K news. Now what came out today was some news from Sony Pictures Home Entertainment, and they have a really exciting new 4K Blu-ray release, which is actually going to be a monster box set called Columbia Classics Volume 1. Columbia has some of the best back catalog titles out there, many Best Picture winners, multiple Oscar Award winners, all kinds of, some of the greatest movies of all time are from Columbia. Columbia Classics box set is super exciting because it is brand new 4K releases. This is not a box set of previously released movies on 4K. These are all net new 4K Blu-rays, all in the same box set with over 30 hours of special features in premium packaging. So it's gonna be a really cool set. Now the movies that are in the set are Gandhi, Lawrence of Arabia, Mr. Smith Goes to Washington, A League of Their Own, Jerry Maguire, and Dr. Strangelove. So those are all brand new 4K remasters. They were all shot on film, and they are going to look incredible if I know anything about Sony. Now, Mr. Smith Goes to Washington already has a 4K transfer out there on Blu-ray, and that looks awesome. Dr. Strangelove also has a 4K master, which the Criterion Collection put out, which also looks incredible. And I believe Lawrence of Arabia also has a 4K scan on its current Blu-ray. So these are all transfers that have been around for a while and now are just making their way to the premium format, where we're going to get the most of the 4K scan and also add in that HDR. So it's going to be a really nice set. These are some awesome movies. These are all-time classics, award winners, some of the best movies that have ever come out in this set. And it's only Volume 1, which gives me a lot of hope. With what Columbia has in their back catalog, they could easily do a Volume 2, Volume 3, and luckily Sony was so far ahead of the game when it came to 4K scans, going back 10 years to when they were doing 4K mastered Blu-rays, stuff like Ghostbusters, which is now on 4K, and stuff like Glory, which is now on 4K. They've done such a good job prepping for this format that they're just ready to go, ready to release these once they port them over to the 4K disc and do a little HDR color grading. So I expect a lot to come out of Sony in the next year or so. The other cool thing is that they're promoting this heavily as a great way to rediscover new movies that are older because you can't go to theaters. Sony has pushed back all their movies. Top Gun, the sequel, just got pushed back today. To Christmas, everything is getting pushed back. And so it's interesting that a big studio like that has taken the time and pushed their marketing around physical media, around, hey, here's some movies, maybe you haven't seen them before, they're new to you. We're putting them out in 4K for the best home theater experience. So because of this coronavirus and the pandemic and all the shutdowns, it looks like that may have actually given this physical media, this box set at least, a little bit of a boost. Now, it doesn't come out for a little bit. I believe it comes out sometime in early June. Rumors are still floating around out there on what will come after this, but it is getting pushed right now because of the current situation, which is interesting. We may see this from some other people. Paramount Presents came out 3 weeks ago with their new release. Now Sony's got Columbia Classics. You know, Disney, Warner Brothers, like you guys, you're up to bat. Like, who's next? Lionsgate. So hopefully it drives some more awareness of physical media. It drives some more demand, and it drives some more great releases like this. I personally am really looking forward to it. These are 6 of the best movies out there. And I think the 4K transfers are going to be excellent. They're right up my alley, shot on film, older movies. I love the way they look in 4K. They look just so cinematic and almost as good as you can get without getting a 35 or 70 millimeter print. And so I'm pumped for them, and hopefully you guys are too. Now, in terms of my channel, here's where this virus starts to impact what I'm doing. So as you know, I work with a lot of the studios, and I get screener copies from them so that I can do early 4K reviews, early Blu-ray reviews. I can get the word out there prior to the release, and that's a really great way that I've built up contacts with these people. And you know, I'm not paid for them. There's strictly just a, here's the movie, please shoot your review video. I do it. As you know, I bash some of them. I don't like some of them. I love some of them. I'm pretty impartial if you've been watching for a long time. So the issue is right now, the studios are still shipping titles to stores. So Best Buy, Target, Walmart, most of those places are still open. Best Buy still has curbside pickup, things like that. But the PR firms and the public relations people who work for the studios have had their warehouses shut down. So multiple contacts have reached out to me and have offered digital codes, but unfortunately they can't ship me physical product because they're not considered essential employees and their warehouses are not open to take shipments from the studios, or the studios who handle it themselves are not open to the public right now and are not shipping anything that isn't already going to retailers direct from the manufacturers. So I'm kind of at a standstill. I know already I've been told Bad Boys for Life. I'm not going to be getting that one. They had to shut down the warehouse. Guns Akimbo is a Blu-ray release I was really looking forward to. That's getting shut down. Lionsgate seems to be getting hit the hardest, so their 4K releases are going to be slow. And the other part of this is, like, obviously I still buy a ton of movies, and I'm more than happy to buy 4K releases. I do it all the time. I buy 4K movies to do a review for them. I don't get everything from the studio. It's not realistic. But the problem is right now, I really don't want to go into stores like Target and like Walmart where 1 million people have been in and out of. And I really don't think it's the right time to be dropping $200 or $300 on 4K discs or Blu-ray discs just because of where we're at right now. I just would rather save my money, and you know, I hope everyone can understand that. But you know, I didn't buy the new Star Wars 4K box set because, first of all, I don't really trust Disney to do a good job, but also I don't want to drop $250 right now when we're in this current situation, in this current climate. Who knows what's going to happen? And so hopefully you guys can understand that. But the nice thing is that I still have plenty of 4K discs here, which I haven't been able to review. I can do plenty of Is It Worth an Upgrade series. I can continue to update you on anything that I am receiving, and most of the stuff is still on track. Paramount Presents releases are still on track. I know that some titles from Disney are still on track and they're still shipping, as well as Sony and some others. And so it's just going to be a little hit or miss right now because shipping is slow. And even if I was to buy a movie off Amazon, which I did the other day, I bought Bram Stoker's Dracula on 4K because it dropped to a good price. It was $14. I bought it. It's not going to be here till April 21st. So I will do a Worth an Upgrade video on that release, but it's going to take me 3 weeks to get it. So that's just kind of the world we're in right now. Even when I'm buying movies, which Amazon is my primary source for buying movies, because I don't want to go into the stores, I'm kind of stuck and I'm on a 3-week hiatus with shipping. So that was just a quick update. The content's not going anywhere, but if you notice that some of the newer 4K stuff I may not be getting to right away, it's multiple reasons. Studios are shutting down, screeners are not coming out as often. And I'm really trying to save as much as I can without blowing a bunch of money on movies right now, given the situation. And hopefully you all can understand that. But that's about it for today's video. Just wanted to give you those 2 quick updates. Really cool news from Sony. I'm pumped about these Columbia Classics. And unfortunately, just hang with me. I have plenty of videos coming, plenty of 4K stuff I can still talk about and still create videos on. But you may see a lack in new releases just until this whole thing sort of blows over, or I feel a little more comfortable spending the money again. So it is what it is. I'm sorry for that, but hopefully you guys stick around. I have plenty of great stuff coming, like I said. So I don't think you're going to be missing anything, but that explains it. So thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed this. Hopefully you go and grab this Columbia Classics. Let me know what else you guys are picking up, or if you're still going out to stores Personally, I am staying away from the stores. I see no need to even go to Best Buy and do a curbside pickup. These are not places that I need to be going right now with all that's going around. I don't need to walk into a Target or a Walmart to buy movies. It's just not essential stuff, and I'm trying to stay away from it. And so I'm just kind of sticking to the grocery store, and that's about it. But let me know if you guys are having success online. Bull Moose is still another great place to buy movies, and I will be purchasing more movies from them on 4K because they're still shipping much faster than even Amazon. But again, like I said, I'm not trying to spend a ton. I appreciate you watching this. Hopefully you follow me on Instagram. Check out all the other links down in my description, as well as some links to the Columbia Classics press release and some news articles today if you're interested in that. And I'll talk to you guys soon. Stay safe, stay healthy, and have a great weekend.